Hello, today we are going to learn unit number 6 of the subject Quantity Surveying Contracts and Tender, in which we are going to discuss today the topic contracts. Hello, I am Sandeep Suresh Bodke from Lokneti Gopinathji Munde Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nashik. This lecture is made for final year students, so let's get started. First, we will discuss what are the learning objectives from this short lecture or short video. Learning objectives. First, we will discuss the definition of contract. We are discussing mostly four major types of contract, that is item rate contract, lump sum contract, cost plus contract, and turnkey contract. Then, contents of our presentation are what is contract, types of contract, item rate contract, lump sum contract, cost plus, and turnkey contract. So, what is a contract? Contract is an agreement enforced by law. The contract invariably follows a proposal from one party and its acceptance by the other. So, one party puts the proposal and other accept it, and whenever that kind of agreement is enforced by law, it is called as contract. A contract is an exchange of promises between two or more parties to do or refrain from doing an act which is enforceable in court of law. It is a binding legal agreement. There are four major types of contract which we'll discuss today. First is item rate contract, second is lump sum contract, third is cost plus contract, and fourth is turnkey contract. First, item rate contract. It is also called as unit price contract or schedule contract. Contractors are required to quote rates for individual items of work on the basis of schedule of quantities furnished by the department. So department publishes the schedule of quantities. In that, name of item is mentioned, quantity is mentioned, and contractor has to quote the rates for individual item of work. In this type of contract, contractor may quote unbalanced rates. So that is the one of the disadvantage of this item rate contract. What is unbalanced rate? For items which are likely to be exceeded, contractor may quote higher rates for that, and the items which are going to be decreased as per his gut feeling or its under his understanding, he may quote lower rates. So the rates uh, may be unbalanced. So this is kind of risky uh, whenever the quantity is not exact quantity of work is not known. In this type of contract, the owner doesn't know what will be the total amount of the work, total amount of price is gonna pay. This type of contract is generally followed by railway department. Lump sum contract, it is called as fixed fee contract. With this kind of contract, the engineer and contractor agrees to do the described and specified project for a fixed price. This is very popular in engineering contract. It is suitable if the scope and schedule of the project are appropriately defined to allow the consulting engineer to estimate project cost. Cost plus contract. In this type of contract, purchaser agrees to pay the cost of all labor and material plus an amount for contractor overhead and profit, usually a percentage of labor and material cost. So there is a fixed cost which is calculated at actual the labor cost and material cost, and in that some contractor overhead is added for transportation and other overheads, and some profit is added as a percentage of labor and material cost. This type of contract is favored because the scope of work is indeterminate, highly uncertain. Labor, material, and equipment needed are also uncertain. So, in this situation, this kind of contract is used. Under this arrangement, complete records of all time and material spent by contractor on the work must be maintained. So, on site, we have to keep the record of all the labors, that is bikaris and masons who are coming on daily basis. Also we have to maintain the material count, how many cement bags are consumed, what is the other material that is consumed. So we have to keep all the record in this type of contract. Turnkey contracts, an agreement under which a contractor agrees to complete a project so that it is ready for use when delivered to other contracting party. Turnkey refers to something that is ready for immediate use, generally used in the sale and supply of goods or services. Basically, this kind of contract is used in engineering projects also, and when the this type, what does the word turnkey means? Turnkey means when the product is totally complete from start to end, contractor has to complete the project and in the time. So he has to take all the approvals, he has to do all the coordination with architects and RCC consultant, and he has to complete the project and hand over the completed project with the completion certificate to the owner. So all the duties of should be performed by the contractor. So this is called as turnkey contract. Thank you.